Man, everything, man. I mean, this city alone, like if you talk, like I've met a lot of people over the world, and if you talk to people about your city, they're just like, oh, where are you from? You know, I'm like Cleveland, Ohio, and they're just like, why? You know, what, but I guess like everybody says, is that you have to be from here to understand it. You know, we're the underdogs pretty much of the Midwest and not really the cool place to be throughout the world. So, like, just having that chip on your shoulder already going out into the world and whatever you're doing, whether it's music or business or sports or whatever it is, we're always the ones that you just doubt because no one understands it unless you're from here. So, the city's everything to me, man. I mean, everything. I mean, I love like the old Just Blaze stuff that he did with like Jay Z and like their early stuff. Like Pharrell is one of my favorite producers ever in the game. Just the way he flips sounds, and he has his own unique style, and he only touches certain things, but it's a Pharrell beat when you hear it. Rick Rubin, who did a lot of early Beastie Boys stuff, Chili Peppers, um, Timberland. Can't you know Timbo is one of those guys who cross genres early before cross genring was cool, and I think that's I get a lot of my drum sounds, I think, techniques from studying them. I'm a student of the game, man. I study sonics and sounds and things like that. So I'd say about those four individuals probably shaped me to be what I am. Uh, I mean that could probably circle back all the way to. I think I've known them around like 10 years now. Let's see, we're in 2022, so 2012, yeah, about 10 years now. Just being in the same places at the same time in the same social circle. Being a kid who grew up and going to a lot of shows and going to like Peabody's and Agora and like stuff like that, and like seeing all types of variations of shows. You tend to run into certain people who grasp that same energy of wanting to be around it, or if not in it already. So I feel like that processed into building relationships with a bunch of different people, and including him, and the team with Slim and Dub and Ash and everybody, and it definitely has turned into a pretty dope relationship. That's my brothers and sister.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey Arnold, Doug, Saved by the Bell. That's pretty much my childhood right there. I mean, a lot of cartoons, man. A lot of, euphoric imagination type stuff. I think I was always drawn to that because it just, each cartoon was a different way that somebody portrayed something to be, outside of your realm, but still you could relate to it because it had that functionality of an actual human, and not just a character. So cartoons a lot. But yeah, those shape me. Family Matters, stuff like that. Again, showing my age. But I've been in the game a while. I love Europe. I love everything about it. I think I was prepared culturally. Just my personality and what I do with research and stuff like that. I think I was ready for it. It's just you're not really ready until you do it, and you get there and it's a whole other world, man. My first European tour, I flew from Cleveland. It was right after the Paris attacks.
Oh yeah.
It was like the week of the Paris attack, and we still had to go. And the boys were already there. The band was already there. And I had to fly by myself from Cleveland to Newark, New Jersey, to Frankfurt, Germany to something, and then eventually ended in Stockholm, Sweden. But by myself, and it was probably like my only probably my 4th flight I've ever took, but that was my first like 18-hour trip. You know, it's fucking nerve-wracking, man.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is, but it's also exciting. You know, I don't want to scare people. It's also exciting because I think as humans we tend to like be honed in to repetition and comfort zones, and for that to do something like that, you have to step out of your box. No matter who you are, social butterfly or not, you gotta just embrace someone else's culture and just go for it. And I think I did it well. The second time was easier. The first time was just like, wow, you know, I'm just here for 3 months. Fast forward to pandemic, and he's killing it with the lockdown sessions, and you know, pretty much the most relevant person on the planet during that time. And it's just incredible to see that, you know. And I texted him one night. I was just like, yo, man, dude, it'd be sick if we can drop. At the time, it was called My House, because that's one of the samples that I used for the song. I think I just labeled that because it was just easy to find. And that's what turned into In These Walls. He was like, yo, you still got that? I was like, yeah, I got it, I think. And I went through my files and found the files and sent it to him. And again, I didn't hear anything back, man. I didn't know if it was going to come out. I just sent it and whatever, you know. Because pretty much that song was a lost cause at that point. We all knew of it, the existence within the camp. But, like, there was no... We all just... wouldn't say give up on it. It was just one of those situations that you just... Once you legally can't do something, it's hard to do that unless the other side cooperates. So... I didn't hear anything of it. I woke up one morning, you know, my sister woke me up and was like, yo, man, wake up, your cousin's calling you. And I called him and I was like, what's going on? And he's like, yo, bro, your name's everywhere. You're all over the internet. I was like, what did I do? I was like, did I do something last night? I was hammered, you know, and well, sure enough, it came out and the rest is history. And that was in April. It came out on YouTube, went number 1 on YouTube after 2 days. Stayed at number 1 on YouTube for 4 days. And I'm talking wall videos, not just music. Number 1 on YouTube of any video on YouTube, of anything. And I think it took Apple to drop a phone to take us out of the number 1 spot, you know. Can I be on? I'm going to be 100% frank, and I'm not name dropping because I love this producer's work. But a producer in the game just recently dropped, his name is my best friend Jacob. And he just dropped a VST called Octave. And Octave, to me, I was fortunate enough to get hit early. And he just dropped Octave Deluxe, which is like bigger sound banks, and just, he fully figured it out. And shout out Jacob. Dude, you're the shit. I love your product. It's my favorite VST that I use right now. And I don't tell people about it. Like, this is my first time I'm dropping gems right now, because I don't tell people about it, because once, you know, you tell someone about it and then it just gets hip, and then everyone's like, that's how he did that, and then it's like, oh, fuck. Now I gotta switch it up, you know, but I don't want to keep it a secret any longer. That's a great question again. Octave. MyBestFriendJacob.com. Octave. Go buy it. It's worth it. I think it's like $30 or something like that. It's the best $30 I've ever spent. That would probably be the most underrated VST I use, because no one talks about it. And I'm happy I got hip early. Again, I do my research, man. I like to try different things, and if money's a factor, you know, I think there's a cheaper version on there as well. There's like a deluxe, and there's the Reggie. So I'd say Octave.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm coming out with my own website, wavyduder.com. It drops in a couple weeks. It's going to be a fully interactive site with like all of my new stuff I got coming out. I got a Twitch channel coming out. I'm doing a Discord to help young producers, you know, come up and have someone that they can relate to and talk to, and anybody who's trying to get into music, and just have someone where they can just send a message. And I'm not scared to talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I love communicating. So I want to give back to the producer community as much as I can. But yeah, I got a website coming out. I got some cool stuff with how do I put it without saying too much? I have some cool stuff coming out on a visual streaming platform in fall, which is cool. There's just a lot of stuff happening that I'm very blessed and grateful for, to be put in these situations that are coming out. And some worldwide stuff, and I'm super stoked on it. Could be a commercial with a song of mine on there coming out soon as well. This is some cool shit, man. I just like doing shit like this, like with people from the city. This is probably the coolest thing I've done this year yet in my eyes. So this is cool.
Let's go.